and welcome to Plus One to Gaming. I'm Chris.
And I'm Eric.
And joining us, as always, are our friends and table mates, Billy and Mark. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going awesome, because we are on Session 3 of Book of the Raven, Adventure 3 in Candlekeep Mysteries. So, Bill, do you want to give us a quick recap and take us back into the story where we left off?
Sure. So, right now, our gang of adventuring heroes are exploring the abandoned and decrepit Chalet Brantifax. They have traveled here looking for information on transportation to the Shadowfell and the Vistani travelers, which are Shadowfell traders that use the Shadowfell. They're a little bit more adept at using the Shadowfell for transportation and for shortcuts than your normal Shadowfell denizen. But while in Chalet Brantifax, they've heard some strange sounds and seen some not strange things. They haven't really seen anything, but they've heard some things. They've whether it be a pig or voices, whispers. They don't really know what's going on. And when they got to the second floor here, before the episode cut out, the cliffhanger that is now 2-second cliffhanger was, as soon as they got up to the second floor, they heard a deep man's voice say, "Get out." And that is where you are right now.
Whoa, who said that? Can I take a listen to kind of see what direction it came from?
Sure.
Or if maybe it came from a figure, because at this point, who the hell knows where all these sounds are coming from? 16 for perception.
You have immaculate hearing, but for some reason, you can't quite pinpoint where it's coming from. You don't know if it's just these old walls or the design of the house, but it sounds like it's just echoing around you, and it's just impossible for such a short phrase for you to get a direction. It doesn't seem to come from anywhere in particular. It just comes from the house.
Yeah, I've got some pretty big ears, but I don't know. I think this place is just riddled with ghosts and specters.
Oh, I'm not afraid of any ghosts, so let's press on.
Go ahead.
We're on the second floor already, correct? Like, these are the stairs we came up?
Yeah, those are the stairs you came up. You're in that hallway.
We're going in.
So you're in a hallway that goes east to west. I forgot we're in an audio medium. You're in a hallway that goes east to west. At the end of the hallway on the west side, leading the crew is Stardew, and she sees that that hallway wraps around to the south.
I assume we've been in here longer than 10 minutes since we entered the building last session?
Yes, you've
Okay.
absolutely been here longer than 10 minutes.
Okay.
Why?
Just because I cast Detect Magic on myself before we came in.
Yeah.
Before we creep along further, are we still sneakily with Pass Without Trace?
I believe Pass Without Trace lasts an hour, right?
Yeah, I just checked. It's an hour.
Yeah, you guys have not been here for an hour. You have been here for maybe 15 minutes.
Cool. So maybe we can still be quiet.
Yeah.
In the north-south hallway, you see an additional hallway in the middle to the west that looks to end in a set of stairs, a circular staircase.
Oh, should we take a look?
Yeah, we should probably go room by room.
The door above you is closed.
I try to open it. Is it locked?
It is not locked. You open
Looks
the door
like a bedroom.
into looks like some sort of bedroom. This bedroom hasn't been disturbed in years, as evidenced by the thick dust and cobwebs covering everything. So this looks way less used than some of the other rooms in the manor.
Does it look like maybe it was one of the actual residents, not a servant's? Like, we found the servants' sort of quarters, and those were, or maybe this is like a guest room.
Yeah, so you think it's most likely a guest room, so it's not barren like the servants' quarters that were down in the basement, but it's not very well decorated. It just seems to be comforting, but kind of plain, like an overnight stay for a guest.
Leander is a big gossip and a snoop, so he's looking for personal effects to like piece what's the story of this place, of this chalet. So I don't know if he finds. I don't think he finds anything in here.
Do you want to do another perception check?
Sure. Can I just click that and re-roll it again? Damn it! Be just a little bit better. Roll 20.
Yeah.
We're already last session we were like, this is amazing, and this session we're like, missing features.
You don't see anything in this room. It looks like the whole manor was well kept when it was in use. And since this really hasn't had any disturbances or use since it has been in the steady decline of time, it's dusty, but it is still very organized and very well. It's neat, but dirty. Nothing strikes your eye. To the west of that room, you see an additional room that looks very similar. This one, the door is open. The draft that has come through the open door has pushed away some of the dust, but you do see that it's very similar to the other room, that it has almost not been surely hasn't been disturbed or used in a very long time.
I think the light's off for
Can you do it
me.
again?
Chris is the only
here it
one
is.
that has. Chris has the light cantrip,
Oh, I see. That's why.
On his,
so he's the only
on
one
his
emitting
staff.
light.
No, I'm sorry.
Does your character have dark vision, Mark?
Stardew.
Don't think
She's an elf.
You're a what kind of elf?
Wood elf.
A wooden one.
Oh, we
Think
got
you
three
have
element types: wood, stone, and goat.
Goat.
It's an element, right?
I mean, that was one of Captain Planet's Earth, Wind, Goat.
Bet.
That's it. That's in the later seasons.
Earth, Wind, Fire, Goat. It's a luau.
Yeah, I think your person has dark vision, Mark.
Sweet.
Yeah.
No, wait, my eyes adjusted. Never mind.
Let's do one level before we go up or down. I don't know which way those stairs go. It's hard to tell by a picture.
They go up.
Yeah, let's clear this floor by floor.
Lead on.
I'm the one that can't see without you guys. There we go.
I think
There's
this door
another
here.
There's a doorway to the right and to the left. To the east of where Stardew is, and to the west of where Leander is. Which
Okay.
door would you like to check?
We'll try this one. We'll try this eastern door.
I'll go with Soans.
Okay, so you're both going to do different doors. All right, splitting the party. Cool beans. They
On
both
3.
open. Neither of them are locked. And who goes into which room first? So Soans, you go into leave, and that is a very large and very well maintained bedroom. This spacious bedroom has walls decorated with wainscoting and rusty oil lamps. A 4-poster stands against the south wall, its bedpost carved to look like stags and wolves. Opposite the bed is a stone hearth, with a black marble mantel that has a pair of elk antlers mounted above it. A bare, dust-covered writing desk is set against the west wall, under a pair of tall windows flanked by burgundy drapes. Other furnishings include a tall wardrobe in the northeast corner and an empty dog kennel in the southeast corner.
Is it as dusty as the other ones? You said it was like well worn.
It is not nearly as dusty, and it does look like this has seen use.
What's on the writing desk or in it?
Why don't you give me a perception check? So
I wanted to
Ooh.
search the room too.
all right. So
Wow.
while you are looking at so you all did a perception check. So
We all
Chris,
looking
you're
around.
looking at you're all looking around. Stardew, you kind of separate yourself from the others. While Soans are them looking around. You're looking at the wooden bedposts of the bed, and you notice that they just don't seem like one continuous piece of wood. And as you look to one of the bedposts, you give it a twist, and a secret door opens.
Ooh.
What? That's awesome.
So one of the bricks, quite a few bricks, move to the side, and you do see a path through the curved wall to the southwest. So, Leander, you're looking around the room, so you don't notice this right away, and you don't really seem to see anything in the desk. It doesn't look like he doesn't do a lot of writing. This is the Baron's desk. You just see some notes of bills paid, legal documents of just normal Baron stuff. Nothing interesting. It doesn't seem like he's kept any records of what has happened or anything like that.
No journals or anything?
No, he doesn't keep a journal. Doesn't look like he's not the journaler.
Stardew is stoked on this discovery. A secret room, every girl's bedroom dream. Look at this, guys. She's going to rush in there to see what she found. Whoever this is had some cool ideas. Hidden stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a hidden cellar like this.
Yeah, it's like real adventurers do this.
As you walk in, this stuff. So this is as you walk into the circular room that is the you see that it's not whole. It looks like an explosion of some kind damaged the two uppermost levels of this tower, creating a gaping hole between them and covering the area with soot. Curved wooden staircase that once rose along the outer wall has been destroyed, leaving no easy way to reach what remains of the tower's topmost floor. All that's left of the staircase are a few jagged shards of wood that jut out from the wall at different angles. Give me a perception check.
Does it have a roof?
It does, but it's kind of also the roof is cracked above it. So there is portions of the floor above. There's a hole in the ceiling. You can see that this has a second floor above it. You can't really get to it anymore because of that staircase is damaged. And you see above that, you do see that there's a big hole in the roof of this floor above it, the third floor, which gives you, there's enough light in here. We don't have a light setting, but...
Is there a coal in the fireplace? Is it actually, has it been used?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
It was 9 for my perception check.
So, is everybody's second perception 17, 9, 13? All right, So you look, and it's pretty obvious, even with a 9, that this has been used. Soans, you hear footsteps above you.
Somebody's above us, guys. In the room above. We can't get there because the stairwell's broken.
Yeah, it's a shame this room's so messed up, but at least it lets some nature in.
Well, I saw you make a door out of rock before. Could you make some stairs out of rocks?
Potentially. What is that, mold earth?
There's a door over here. I guess there's probably not 2 staircases up there.
Well, there was a staircase back yonder.
Yeah, the first door I opened, I didn't go in there, but there was a staircase.
So we've got options on stairs. What is this? Is this a door out of this room?
That is a door out to that hallway that you were in before, it looks like.
Is it locked?
It has been barred.
But on this side?
On this side. So if you would like to, you can unbar it.
Maybe we should just try the stairs and save your energy. This person's probably not pretty happy that we're kind of just straight up broke into there.
I really like going up really high. How tall is this building?
Judging by what you saw of the other build, the roof was only one more floor above you. So there's one additional floor because you could see through that broken staircase and then out that broken roof. That tower is only one floor higher. And you can't imagine.
Somebody was on the roof?
No, there's a third floor. Sorry, there's an additional floor above you. At least in that tower room. And you can't imagine that they'd have the tower shorter than the rest of the house.
Yeah, point of order. We're on the second floor.
You are.
There is a third floor.
There is a third floor.
But I thought you said that the next floor up from the tower was
had fallen out or was blown up. Was I incorrect on that? Or it was just broken?
So there was an explosion
Mm-hmm.
that kind of in between the second and third floor in the tower. So the floor of the third floor is very damaged. So you
Okay.
can see through it from the second floor. If you look up, you just see the remains of the roof or of the floor of the third floor, and then you can see through those holes to the roof above it, where it's also been damaged. So it's just there's a big gaping hole, probably 15-foot gaping hole from some explosion.
Cool. We heading up these stairs?
Yeah, let's do it.
You enter what looks to be some sort of study. Against the west wall stands a handsome roll-top desk, north of which 2 leather-padded armchairs facing a fireplace, carved with images of wolves and stags. Draped over each chair is a wolf skin. A narrow, spiral staircase, choked with cobwebs, winds up the east wall. So that's another spiral staircase. So you see there are 2 spiral staircases to the third floor on this floor that you know of. And a broken spiral, not spiral, but curved staircase in the tower.
Can I take a look on the this roll top desk?
All right. It is locked.
Leander doesn't have any way to open it. He moves on.
Yeah, I don't have any lockpicks or anything. I mean, I could smash it maybe, but
It definitely looks like it's an old wooden desk that you can't imagine it being that hard to smash.
No, I'm not looking.
Or just pry open the locking mechanism. It's not designed for somebody with a huge amount of strength. You can just.
How interested are you in figuring out what's in this? I could probably pop it open.
Well, I'm not looking to destroy the place. I was just trying to figure out who this place really belonged to and why they're not here anymore. Plus, we're looking for some connection to the Shadowfell, so maybe finding a clue would be useful.
I try to get my fingers in there and pop it open.
Yeah, you can see that it's kind of wiggly because the wood is starting to rot. It just hasn't been upkept. You're easily able to just pull open and kind of snap the locking mechanism. And inside, you see a set of calligrapher's supplies and a leather-covered journal with a stylized wolf head on the front cover.
A journal. Let's read it.
Yeah,
This guy really likes wolves.
It was probably his house symbol. Like that guy with like your cousin with the horn in the hand.
Helm Hammerhand.
No, old hammer hand. Well, let's see if there's any juicy gossip in here.
Did you see the journal pop up?
I didn't get a...
No. Oh, it might be in our...
Is it in handouts?
Yes.
There it
wait,
is.
There it is.
Yeah.
Did you type this out?
I did. I don't have Microsoft Word on the new computer, so this is WordPad, which is
WordPad.
WordPad. It works. It's free.
You know what else is free? Google Docs, and it's excellent.
I did this actually while we were typing this morning, or while we were talking. I was going to read it, but I was like, I don't want to have to repeat myself, and there's enough information in here that I probably should.
So you're not going to read it to me is what you're saying? Oh.
I absolutely can read it to you.
You have to read. I didn't play role-playing games, pen and paper role-playing games to read.
I'm here to lead, not to read.
All right. So you notice that it is the journal of the lady of the house, the Baroness Brantifax. And if you didn't already have an inspiration, I'll give you one, Chris, for figuring out that the stag is their...
The wolf?
Yeah, the wolf and the stag are both, that's their crest.
We'll unite our houses.
So, all right, so in this journal, it's old and mildewy, and it's somewhat starting to fall apart, but looking through it, you see some excerpts of journal entries that are legible, and I'll just read them in order of where they come. In the voice of the Lady Brantifax. Adrius invited Grandin the milliner to the hunt today. For Baron, he really does enjoy the company of his subjects. Later on, another entry. Roran got sick on my evening dress at dinner this eve. I swear I've told Andreas countless times that he shouldn't be eating table scraps, especially those covered in a rich wine sauce, but I fear it is a fruitless argument. He does love that dog as much as any family member. This chalet feels as much as a tomb as a retreat. How I miss having tea with the ladies in Slate Harbor. Now that Stilphine is passed, I do not see the need to refrain from all the public eye. Even with our wealth, there is nothing we could do to aid a girl born with such deformities. Her death was a merciful kindness, and I pray the gods will absolve me. Heluth has joined her big sister in the Elysian fields. Forever tomboy, she insisted on accompanying her father on a hunt for her 9th birthday. Andreas blames himself for not seeing the wolf earlier. I am alone here now, save for the staff. It may be my bored mind creating apparitions, but I swear I have heard evil whispers in the graveyard while paying my respects. My sister has offered a room in her manor in Silverport and swears that there is still interest in an old widow like me.
That started off really wholesome.
Yeah, dang, that got dark.
Yeah, it's a sad tale. No wonder this mansion's been left abandoned.
How many? Were that 2 children that died in weird and mysterious circumstances? That's
Yeah,
concerning.
Yes, well, there are. One definitely died in weird and mysterious circumstances, and
One
the
got
other
eaten
one
by a
died.
wolf.
One got attacked by a wolf on a hunt. The Tom.
I would call those both weird and mysterious circumstances.
Country folk. It's pretty common.
Yeah.
Wolf.
Well, why don't you roll an insight? So, Stardew, with your amazing insight, you are pretty sure that the Baroness Brantifax had something to do with the older daughter's death, the one that had the deformities. You're not 100% sure, but it sure seems like she is happy and begging forgiveness for something.
Yeah, she wants forgiveness. She at least had bad feelings that were worth some guilt, you know? I sure hope she's really did leave and isn't here now that I've read that.
yeah, and it's a little concerning to hear about evil whispers in the graveyard. That's one place that I will definitely want to avoid at all costs.
Do we want to go up this cobwebby stairs or the cleaner stairs?
I prefer the cleanlier route.
I just prefer to go last.
So you're going down the hallway back to the west circular stairs.
Yes.
Sure.
The door that closes off this room from the staircase was stuck. But Soans broke through it because I forgot I should have checked that. So it was stuck, but easily, just like all the other ones, just swollen due to moisture and all the other wooden doors, but just a little bit of a shoulder push, you're able to break into this door. 2 gaping holes in the peaked roof expose this attic to the elements. Shattered clay roof tiles, splinters of wood, dry leaves, and bird droppings cover the floor, which has begun to rot in a number of places. The rafters are home to several birds' nests formed out of twigs and straw. 2 wooden bed frames stand against the north wall. Built into the window box between them is a wooden storage trunk sealed with a rusty padlock. Other furnishings in the room include a pair of tall, narrow wardrobes. You can see the sky through 2 large holes in the peaked roof of this attic. Much of this area has fallen prey to the elements, causing the objects stored here to rot. The room is filled with old chairs, tables, benches, hunting trophies, rolled-up rugs, and a standing mirror, and similar unwanted decor. Leaning against the east wall are 6 flat, rectangular objects wrapped in canvas sheets. Framed pictures or mirrors, one might venture to guess.
What's in this trunk?
Pop it open and find out.
Seems to be a little better built than the doors around here.
Well, here, maybe we can work together.
Once again, it's a little bit more, but it's secure, but it's more of a storage trunk that locks than it is like a secure like chest that you think of. So without much difficulty, you're able to break into the chest. The trunk contains some of Baron Brantifax's hunting paraphernalia. A suit of studded leather armor, sized for a portly adult human, a leather helm, a heavy crossbow, a wooden case with the monogram BB, and 2 hunting traps. The wooden case contains 15 crossbow bolts with crimson fletching. So that's his fancy hunting gear. Doesn't look as a fighter. You can see what is of higher quality and what is just decorative. And these look decorative, but they don't actually look that much better than your standard soldier's crossbow.
Traps. What a terrible way to get your food, even if you have to hunt for it.
Yeah, I agree. Not a kind thing to do to animals.
Also in this room, you see, so there's a chest, there was a wardrobe, and then there was some stuff in the other room as well.
Yeah. Can we just take a moment to search around?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Stardew's been perceptive as F this session.
Yeah. So, and you're so focused on that trunk and those weapons that...
Well, Soans is afraid of heights, so he's getting a little nervous the higher up we go.
Stardew's been on it, and Stardew, once again, you see that in this wardrobe to the south, there are 5 black robes and 5 pairs of leather sandals and 5 scarlet sashes. They all seem to be worn recently.
Oh, it's a cult. Good, guys. A lot of matching outfits. Not bad material, though. Some
hope it's not
mid-range quality sandals.
Are they a sacrificial cult? Those are my least favorite.
These Nike sandals, so I don't know.
Is there blood on any of the robes? That's usually a clear indicator.
It's usually a good sign.
Robes don't seem to have any blood on them. They are sized for medium humanoids.
Well, this is tough because red robes are for neutral wizards, but black robes are for bad wizards, but these are black robes with a red sash. What does that mean?
Maybe lawful evil?
Oh.
Or neutral evil? Is that a thing?
Can you be neutral and evil?
Chaotic?
Yeah, you can be neutral evil.
Yeah.
That's the south of the 9 squares. That's the southmost square.
When I touch these robes, can I do a Arcana check to see if I feel a tingle or something?
Of course. You could even, do if you want to spend that 10 minutes, you could do the casting detect magic if you want.
While she's doing detect,
a lot of. I rolled a 3 though, but I think I don't want to spend 10 minutes studying them.
All right. Does anybody else do a perception check or anything?
I did a perception, but it was a 3.
Yeah. So that's all you see in this room.
Okay. I wanted to think back to when we were reading Book of the Raven, and just seeing if can I recall anything from reading that book about red sashed wizards or Shadowfell, any connection there? Trying to put some of those clues together.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
I'm gonna cast. Oh
wow!
I wouldn't even bother.
You don't remember anything. You barely remember the book. You're like, oh man, that book. I should have read it harder.
I think
I don't remember why we're here. There's a pigeon.
So while Stardew's taking 10 minutes to cast, are you going to cast it as a spell or a ritual?
I'll do it as a ritual so I can save spell slot.
So I'll give you. So you guys have 10 minutes to. Are you going to look around here for 10 minutes?
Yeah, I want to check out the next room.
Check that other room. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're looking around in this room, you're just picking up things. You see that there are a bunch of framed pictures that are covered by cloth. Just looking it up and picking out the cloth and looking at the pictures, you see that they're all very high quality pictures. The one painting depicts 3 deer grazing on a hill, backlit by the dawn. Another shows a gray mastiff with a dead duck in its mouth. The third depicts an armored human knight on a hippogriff, both shown in profile. The knight's shield bears the holy symbol of Torm, god of courage and self-sacrifice. Fourth painting is a portrait of Baron Brantifax seated in a chair with a gray mastiff sleeping at his feet, and his wife standing next to his side. Give me a... Actually, you don't even need a check. You recognize that female picture anywhere. It's the picture from that locket you found in the well. Remember the locket you found in the well?
Oh, hey, that lady looks like that other lady. I wonder.
So Baron Brantifax is depicted as a stout, well-dressed man in his 50s with bags under his eyes. The Baroness is shown as a tall, thin woman in her 50s. One of her hands rests gently on the Baron's shoulders, while the other grasps a small bouquet of roses. The painting expertly captures the noble's aristocratic bearing and the genuine love they bore for each other. You don't see any of the children in that picture, but based on their ages, you imagine that this was after any unfortunate incidents with their children.
Well, if this locket was at the bottom of the well, do you think it's possible that it was his ghost?
I mean, I didn't see any like bones or little like black-headed girls at the bottom of that well. It was just this locket. So I don't know if like he threw it down there in like a "be gone with you, foul demon" type of thing, or if he threw somebody down there.
Like a White Fang situation?
Yeah, I don't know if he's white fanging or if he was the ringing that well situation.
Either way, it sounds like curses and dark things.
They could have been wishing. You wish on wells a lot, and maybe, I don't know.
It's been a couple weeks, but you do remember that while you were down there, the voice from the well was crying out for Brorn, which now you know is the master's dog. That's what he was looking for when you heard him. He was going, Brorn, where are you? Brorn.
And it was
loved his dog.
Yeah, I know this fucking dog.
It was a dude's voice too, correct? A
It
gentleman's
was.
voice.
It was.
Well, we don't know what happened to him either. We didn't know. We know the kids passed, and the lady of the house left, but we never know what happened to the man of the house.
Well, in the last entry, it said that she was alone now here. So I'm assuming he didn't stay either willingly or unwillingly past that point.
He left one way or the other. Well, shall we continue our search of this very creepy chalet?
Yeah, I guess. Hey, Stardew, did you find any magic stuff?
So, Stardew, after you're done with your ritual, you look around and you sense a very powerful but small magic item that seems to be coming from the tower area right around there. And if you watch it closely enough, it seems to be moving slightly, not a lot, but it's definitely moving around like it's being carried from somebody who's not moving that much. Just swaying, maybe moving like a foot to the left or the right.
I suspected maybe these were magical robes or something, but actually looks like there's something in the tower.
Well, yeah, we knew there was somebody walking up there.
Well, but something magical, not just someone. Maybe they're carrying something, or maybe they are magic.
There's no doors here, correct?
There is not. You can see through the holes in the roof that this section of the roof and doesn't really tie into the other, the tower. Like this is sloped to the south, and there's no connection. It's just the tower is a separate entity built with a stone addition. You also don't see a door to the east, where you know that there was another staircase that went up that way. They all look like they're separate, and there's no connection between any of the three different distinct areas of the third floor.
Definitely feels like it's coming from through this wall.
Yeah, maybe there's another way to get there up that other staircase. Maybe it like loops around. Or maybe there's another secret.
Do you want to go?
I want to look for secrets while I'm...
So you're doing a check? Yeah, so you don't see anything out of the ordinary here. This was just a storage room and the servants' attic. So this is those two beds where the servants slept. They're different servants than the ones down on the basement. The basement one's probably more cook, maybe the gardener. These seem to be more like housemaids or something along that. They had more of a closer personal relationship with the family.
Okay, I don't think there's a secret door here like there was downstairs. That'd be weird if there was. It's kind of a double beat. So we gotta go down and around.
All right, let's go.
So you're going to go down and to the other side?
Yeah.
I'll go first. I'm not afraid of spiders. They
All
can't really bite my skin very easily. Oh, what the hell?
Bam. You move. All right. So, just to make things go a little quicker, so you go around and you go back up the staircase, and you are in a nursery. The attic has a peaked roof that slopes down towards the east and west. Dust blankets everything in the room, including a stone hearth in the middle of the north wall, an oval mirror mounted above it, and an oval rug on the floor. Against the west wall, half hidden behind dozens of cobwebs, is a bed sized for a young child, a rocking chair, a shelf lined with dolls, and a wash basin. A niche to the south contains a small wooden cradle, a wooden playpen, and a window box. Suspended above the playpen is mobile made of colorful painted fish on the ends of hooks.
Is there anything out of the ordinary in this room? Or does it look pretty much untouched over the years?
It looks like this was not disturbed at all by whoever was disturbing the other ones. This has thick layers of dust.
And there's no other exits?
The roof still has some holes in it, but not. They're very small. It's just letting light in, but no other exits.
I don't know if there's anything interesting in here.
Yeah, kids' stuff is usually pretty boring. And not where you would hide, like, interesting adult stuff, because then the kid could find it potentially and know your interesting things, secrets.
Yeah, unless hiding it right under their nose is the best hiding spot. But probably not, so we can move on.
We move on.
We gotta find a way into that second floor of that tower.
Can we go back to that area, to that tower area?
Soans, you're pretty good at climbing. Do you think you could make your way up there and then drop down a rope for us?
Yeah, I mean, probably, but then there's a ghost up there.
Yeah, that's pretty spooky.
I don't want to be up there alone and then have to worry about, like, helping y'all climb up a rope while the ghost is spooking me.
Yeah, as ghosts are wont to do.
Is it impassable to try and climb, or
It looks very difficult, but nothing is impossible. I mean, it's a normal sized floor, like 10 feet. So,
I mean, I'm like almost 7 feet tall.
I could maybe throw your little goat ass up there.
You probably could.
Stand on my shoulders and climb up, but then you're alone up there with the ghost.
Well, I'll do what I can. I mean, worst case scenario is I'll just hop down here with you. And you'll protect me, right, old buddy?
I mean, maybe. It depends on what kind of ghost it is. What if I can't do anything and it can touch us and tickle us and make us all cold, but we can't do anything to it?
Yeah, I'd probably drain our life and eat our souls, but I guess that's just a chance we're going to have to take. Boost me up.
All right, we're boosting. Do you have any spells or anything that helps with a boost?
and as you start boosting, you hear a voice from up there going, but there, it's a ghost up here. Remember, don't come up here. And another voice goes, shh, shh, shh.
Well, we might have a multiple ghost infestation. Okay,
Yep,
ghosts, we're definitely
ghosts.
not coming up.
All
I
right,
want to
guys.
come up here with the ghost.
I think the ghost is right.
And I pretend to like walk away, like heavy footstepped and then lighter footstepped.
See, I told you it would work.
Stardew cast guidance.
I'm going to try to throw you guys up. It's hard to whisper in his voice.
You're doing a
What
great
do I need?
job.
Drink.
Hang on, I need to take a drink.
Whoop.
But you just pick her up and throw her like she's a bag of flour. You're throwing up. Wait, who are you throwing up?
Um,
I thought you were throwing the go.
Alder.
You're throwing up Alder. Okay, not Stardew. Okay, because they're both
Yes.
about the same weight, I would assume.
Well, it's going to be a 1-2 punch. And then
All right, so you throw
I'll
up.
climb up, I guess. I don't fucking know. Just tell me
All
what's
right,
going on.
as soon as you throw up, so Alder, you get up and you get thrown, and you like, it's a nice throw, but you're still like prone. And as soon as you get up there, you see 4 figures
Oh shit!
up there, and they're kind of hiding and ducking down, trying not to be seen through any of the cracks through the hole. And you see an old gentleman on the north side just look at you and go, "Whoa, we're scared ghosts, boo!"
Yeah, you are absolutely terrifying. But we are here. We mean you no harm. We're here on a quest. If you would hear us out.
A shorter but older woman steps up to you, and she looks at you and goes, I do believe that you are here under good circumstances, but could let us come down to you, and we can parlay.
Did you say parlay or partay? And he pops out a bottle of some booze.
What? You guys are partying up there? Hey, Stardew, come here. I'll throw you up.
Yeah, we got some party goose up here, Soans. But we're coming down. You don't need to throw Stardew. We're coming down.
How?
Catch me. He jumps off of the cannonball.
All right, so you jump.
He jumps into Soans' awaiting arms.
All right, so you jump down. It's 10-foot drop. You see these 4 people. So Tass, the older gentleman, he's a little hesitant to jump down. You see there's 2 younger, a male and a female, that they just jump down without any problem from the 10 feet. Aspar looks at it, looks at you. You know, you can see him peering over the edge. And he suddenly becomes very different looking, where he looks like a humanoid raven. And he hops and kind of flutters down, still wearing all of his clothes. And then as soon as he lands, he changes back into his humanoid form.
You don't see that every day.
And he turns to you and goes, I'm sorry. Madrina, I couldn't help it. I didn't want to myself. So you see her, she's up, the older lady is looking down at him and down at you, and she sighs herself, and she hops down as well, the 10 feet, without much issue. And she sighs and talks to the older gentleman. Well, I guess there are no more secrets nowadays. How are you all?
We're fine. I feel like maybe introductions are in order. Please forgive us. My name's Leander, and these are my friends, Soans and Stardew.
The older gentleman turns. You see him. He's he turns to you and goes, "Oh, I'm Taskbar Hatchhill. Nice to meet you. Welcome to home. What? Sorry about trying to scare you, but I didn't know whatever intention you guys were doing." And the older woman introduces herself. Yes, I'm Madrina Natarask, and I am the leader of this here band. We are known as the Scarlet Sash. I guess there's no hiding it. We are a band of were ravens. Thanks, Taspar. But
Classic taskbar.
Yeah.
Spilling the beans.
He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And the two quiet members over there are Vinique and our good friend Rennick. There are a few more of us, but they are out and about. We are the ones holding down the proverbial fort, as you say. I lost her voice immediately. She was supposed to be Scottish, but oh well.
That's amazing. What? So is that your true form? I can do this. Stardew casts wild shape to turn into a raven and like lands on the old man's shoulder.
Well, everyone's turning into birds. Jeez.
Not nearly as neat, but I can be a bird.
You can't because flying animals
Why
are. So you
not?
can be a bird that doesn't fly.
Second time we've talked about this.
Why can't I be a fucking bird?
flightless bird, so you could be like a
Chicken?
kiwi.
Picking?
Oh, you mean you
penguin?
could take the form of a crow? You just couldn't fly, so you'd like take a crow and then you hop up to his shoulder.
I don't understand what's the point of this if it doesesn't allow you to fly around a room.
You can. Just
You
at
do
level
get it
5.
higher level, just because the level 1 person who can fly is
Yeah.
quite overpowered in
I'm level-
game. So
I'm level
so you
3.
can fly like level 5, and you can like swim at level 8 because also like
You can't
unlimited-
swim. Okay, I'm calling bullshit on this whole.
You can't. No, you can swim, but you can't like breathe. Take the form of like a fish where you can breathe underwater. So it makes like so
Fine.
level 1 person can't just,
I'll just dance around, like kicking my little feet out.
So-
I was
Was
gonna
like the
demonstrate
frog?
some mastery of being a bird to connect with these people on like an
They-
AV
they-
level.
Hello,
But
mommy.
they-
Hello,
I'll just do a little
baby.
dance
instead.
Go.
So so when you do
this
that,
is like I'm just I'm appropriating the culture.
I was gonna say,
I can't quite do it. I'm just like,
they think you're just a poser.
yeah. Hopefully I can learn to fly someday, but
yeah.
apparently you can be an animal, but not quite. I still have much to learn.
They appreciate that your connection with nature, which makes them feel a lot better. That they notice that you're a druid, and they go, "Oh, well, I feel." Let me get her voice back. Well, I feel quite. No, that's British. Fuck. Scottish. I feel quite better knowing that you are one with nature. I know that such an evil being would not be granted the gifts that you have. So I do feel grateful that these intruders are, I would assume, not ill-intended.
Well, that almost wasn't the case. Just like as a heads up, on our way here, there was a gentleman who, he tried to kill us. We found a map, you see, in a book at Candlekeep Library, which led us here. And he was after the map too, saying that he was trying to obtain some kind of artifact for some big bad evil guys. So you might just want to watch out for that.
So on the mention of the artifact, you see Madrina turn towards Vinique and give her kind of an evil scowl. And she turns back to you. She goes, "What? Do you know much about who these people were? And what they were looking for?"
Oh, Soans, who did he say he was working for? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
I think it was after a whale god.
I had just got here, and you guys were having a spat.
Yeah, we had a scuffle. Stardew, do you remember? I'm pretty sure it was the whale god Orca.
Yeah, check my notes.
Yeah.
My bird brain's not remembering.
So Vinique turns to you. "Oh, you must mean Orcus. Yes, they probably want this." And she holds up from her pouch. You see an old, like a bird cage, but it's very, very small. Almost looks like more like a lantern than a bird cage, but it's most of the lantern part has been stripped down, and then now it's just a container. And inside you see a relic that It's only not been 10 minutes, so for you, Stardew, it still glows magical. And you notice it as some sort of very magical totem.
No, what is that?
Stardew's climbed up to ride on top of Leander. He's perched on one of his horns.
Oh, hey, Stardew.
Ooh, that's magic. What's it do?
You know what? I don't know, but I found it fair and square from a gentleman who was on his way elsewhere, I should say. But
Is that on the way to which way?
I don't know. Oh, the town of which way? We don't go there very much, but no, he was going elsewhere. And you can see her eyes kind of shifting between Madrina and Taskbar. They were just passing through, but I was able to grab this. I sensed much power in it, and so be my nature. I knew such an evil man shouldn't have something of great power.
You're right. It does seem to have power. Can you show it to me? Can I see what school of magic, if any, it is?
Yes. So she picks up the old lantern case and shows it to you. And you see a 6-inch tall sculpture of looks like an ogre. It is a winged demon creature. Orcus is a demon prince of undeath. Did you want to give it an Arcana check?
Yeah.
Oh, with a 17 Arcana.
17.
Yeah. You don't know much about this, but you can tell that it is used towards the benefit of those dealing in the necromantic arts. You can see that undead creatures within 30 feet of this figure cannot be turned. Dead creatures within 30 feet cannot be brought back to life, and a creature that holds this figurine while praying to Orcus for at least 1 hour has a 10% chance of summoning a smoky avatar of the Demon Lord. So you can see that just the ability to control undead and not letting them be turned is very powerful, especially those that are necromancers.
That's definitely a ugly piece of magic there. I'm not sure I'd hold on to that for very long, but definitely keep it safe.
Where would you like me to put it? And I don't know. I can. How would I dispose of it? And why would I want to dispose of it? It seems safest here with me. I was able to steal it, and that was weeks ago, and I haven't had any issues with it since then.
You haven't been like wearing it or anything, have you?
I mean, I've been keeping it at my side right here.
Well, more than likely, the cult that you stole this from is coming to get it. That if Stardew thinks it's powerful, that I don't think they're going to want to let it go. That's probably the guy that tried to take it from us. I'm sure he's affiliated with that group.
Yeah, he's probably not the only one either.
Yeah, I think he was a contractor. He said something about getting hired. I'm not sure he was like in the cult, but if he failed, they're going to either hire other people or start taking it into their own hands.
Yeah, and I'm getting strong necromancy vibes here, so really never wanted to deal with any of that. That seems tricky.
Yeah, that's unnatural.
Sorry.
I don't.
Bless you.
What was the
Thanks.
third thing it does? Dead can't be turned, the dead can't be revived, and then there was something
If
about
you pray
a scary
for
sheet.
Yeah, if you pray to Orcus while holding it for an hour, you have a 10% chance of summoning a smoky avatar of Orcus. So it's kind of like
an hour.
Orcus. It's it's a sunny. It's not quite Orcus that you're summoning, but it's a very powerful undead creature. You don't know much about it.
I just started learning about magic stuff recently, but pretty sure you shouldn't. You should be careful with that.
Well, that's probably a good idea. Monique, we got to dispose of this somewhere. I think the manor's the best place. I mean, there's lots of nooks and crannies and hiding places and inaccessible places around here. I mean, I think that's not a bad idea. You could see Vanique is a little. She doesn't really want to get rid of it. It may just be her raven nature to collect shiny things. But, as much as she wants to say that it was an altruistic move, you can see that she just likes having it as well.
Do with it what you will, but we're actually here on a more different errand. Stardew, will you tell them of your quest?
Yeah, that's part of the reason I think they'll probably come back for it, because I'm kind of in a similar position. I've got to look it up. Hold on. I have my Moonfire staff, which is an important magical relic, but I don't know how to use it entirely yet, but especially if I did and then lost it or someone stole it, I would definitely be, coming back and probably bringing some friends to make sure I could get it back. But my staff needs to. Unfortunately, we have to go to the Shadowfell, but we don't know a whole lot about it. But once we get there, I'm hoping I can learn more about it and how to recharge it so that I can go home triumphantly and help my people.
And we've been doing some research, and we found that there's some tenuous connection between this chalet and the Shadowfell. Do you know anything about that?
Madrina nods. It's quite a connection. It's a crossing, you see. We are sworn to protect it. That is our true purpose here. But why do you want to get to the Shadowfell for good purposes? That's not something that we've much encountered before.
Well, we
that'd
don't
be
want to
so
go.
great if you could help us get there.
It's not hard. The crossing over is not the hard part. I can tell you exactly how.
Yes, please. We don't want to go, but unfortunately, it's something that we must do.
If crossing over is not the hard part, what is the hard part?
Well, not too many who've crossed over has ever come back, if any. I mean, we have a hand in that as well, but you'd think even a few could possibly make it back out, but I don't know if they go over there for good or if they just are unable to come back, but I do pray that you are lucky ones. The crossing itself is tied with the great sadness of this house.
Yes, it has a dark history.
So is that why you haven't just gone to the Shadowfell and hid this Orcus amulet yourself? Seems if you could control how to get in and out, then maybe that's a good place to keep it safe, but if you ever need it back, you could go and get it.
Right. I have not made the journey myself. It's not something that we do.
You're just gatekeepers? You don't go inside?
We do not. And we don't even hold the power is not ours to control. It is ours to protect. The power is through the sadness and suffering of the dear babe, Sylphine. It is actually in her small child's grave. You will find the connection.
That's the crossing?
Man.
Yes.
How do we use it?
You just lay down in her grave.
You have to lay in like you put your body like where the dead body would go.
Correct.
That doesn't seem very. That seems kind of disrespectful. Is that okay for us to do?
You have yet to anger the spirits around here. I do admit that some of the manifestations were not entirely accurate or true. And with that, you hear Tasper makes the sound of a pig, which is the one that you heard.
I knew there wasn't a pig killer on the loose.
And they all kind of laugh and giggle. Vinique makes the sound of crashing glass, and Vinique does. And Rennick, he finally speaks. He has a very deep voice, and he does the deep man voice. I don't like scaring people very much, but I do when I have to.
Well, we heard a voice in the well down there that didn't sound like any of these. Was that you all too?
No, I'm sorry. That was the Baron himself. He drowned there. After the loss of his two daughters, and he was put on edge. And then after the loss of his beloved hound, he would wake up and look for that dog in a dreamlike state many nights. And unfortunately, one night it took him down to the well. He fell in before we could rescue him, or before they could rescue him. We were not here yet, but he died and drowned there. That is his specter. There are other specters around here as well. Some benevolent ones, and some that you are lucky to have undisturbed. But no, this whole house is just cast in this sadness shadow, and that is what connects it with the Shadowfell, and that is unfortunately also what brings us here. As we have taken upon ourselves to guard this passing.
What do you guard it from?
We make sure that it is a one-way passage.
So are you making sure nothing comes the other way?
Correct. And we try to stop anybody with ill content to go, but as you can see, we are not fighters. You're
flyers.
We can try to scare them away, or Vinique, she is quite nimble and sometimes is able to steal relics of grand importance, and many times, if it's not magical, we can just fly it away and for them never to find it. But I'm afraid that this one they will be able to find with some sort of scrying or anything. And
yeah, I mean, we were able to find it.
We weren't even looking for it, really.
Yeah.
And this is just from a loose map that we found in a book. Who knows how many other loose maps are out in books out there. But if you want, I don't really want to touch the thing, but we could try and take it to the Shadowfell, because I'm pretty sure that's where we're headed. And we could leave it there, I guess.
Give a persuasion check. See if you...
I'll do that. I really don't want it.
So you're going to purposely do a bad one?
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a bad persuasion, like, oh yeah, we'll just leave it somewhere.
Well, no, he's not, he's eager to help because he wants to be a helpful person. Like, he feels like he has this kind of duty to do that, but like, he's not trying to swindle this art. Like, he's not about it. It's giving off icky vibes. So, like, take that into consideration, I guess. Like, he's reticently trying to do a favor, I guess.
Yeah. I appreciate your assistance, but we cannot hold it. We cannot let it go to the Shadowfell. That is the essence of undeath is in the Shadowfell, and it is most powerful around the undead, so separating it from the undead is the best chance we have of negating its power.
That's really, because I really didn't want to put my hands on that thing.
I think
Well, is there, like, anything else we can do or is there a fee for us to travel to the Shadowfell?
No,
or maybe to come back?
You don't have to ask to pay. It's free.
No, we will.
You don't have to like sacrifice another young child or anything.
No,
weird?
no. There's enough sadness in this house for you to travel. Just, I
Well,
do
that's
not know the
first time
ways.
I've been happy about sadness.
I do not know the ways of the gate. How to close it if I even wanted to, but I do believe there is no passing. All you have to do is go down to the graveyard and exhume the young lass's body and
Oh, jeez.
lay in her grave.
Oh, that's all.
We gotta dig it up, and
Oh, of course. How else do you get to? You think it's an open grave?
well,
That is one of our
I
big.
did think it was an open grave, or that I could just like lay on top of the ground.
That would be
No.
ideal. Can we do that?
That is unfortunately not
So-
how it works.
What
Do
if
you
we,
guys
like, listen to
rebury
riddles?
her after we go through to like close it again? Maybe that's why people can't get back out. Have you guys?
You can say
That is exactly what we do.
Yeah,
So
leave
but-
that,
Yes,
leave that grave open for a while. Or
we
Yeah,
can leave
come
it open
back.
for a while, but we cannot leave it open indefinite.
What's-
How
what's-
long is a while?
Yeah.
And is that
Um,
Shadowfell time? Is there a time change?
Does time pass faster in the Shadowfell? Should we account for that?
Is
it
that
like
Eastern
the hyperbolic time
Standard?
chamber?
I do not know much of the shadow. Like I said, I am unknown of these issues.
Will we be
But-
obtain new levels of power in the Shadowfell?
I would assume that the Shadowfell has. I mean, judging by the people that have used this crossing or tried to use this crossing, it is a place of great power and it draws many people.
What's on the other side? Do you know?
I do not know,
I guess
We're
we're
gonna
but I
have to
can
find
imagine
out.
it's not completely safe.
Well, Soans, Stardew. Not really sure another way to phrase this, but do you want to go dig up the body of a dead girl and lay in her grave?
It's not what I had planned this morning, but I guess I can mold that earth to do it at least as respectively as possible.
Stardew, you
Stardew,
should really probably get some different quests next time.
Yeah, this one.
She like straightens her spine really tall and is like, I will do what it takes in order to fill my quest. But no, I do not want necessary. Want is not the word. But I think I have to.
Can we flash forward to the graveyard, I guess?
Yeah. So you're by the graveyard that was there when you. I guess you didn't notice it, or I mentioned it, but
We commented
Yeah.
on it.
yeah,
We didn't
it-
like graveyards are spooky.
Yeah, we didn't linger
probably
there.
good. So of the they don't join you. They did give you a shovel, so you do have a shovel.
I can mold earth. I don't need a human shovel.
Is this a stopping point before we travel into a whole nother realm?
If this is a good stopping point
Or-
to you, you know that you're about to.
Well, let's get there.
Yeah, I thought it'd be
Okay.
cool if we got there and then, like,
Sounds good.
All right, which one of these is a child's grave? Worst.
So you look. There are 4
Yep.
headstones, and in order from top to bottom, you see this says Baron Brantifax, husband, father, hunter, let no man stand above another. Next to him is Brorn, hound of Brantifax, faithful to the end.
The fucking dog got the.
The
Okay.
next grave.
Yes.
You really
Next
love that
grave
dog.
is Heluth, our pride and joy, lost too soon. That was the girl that died in the hunt. And the one at the far bottom, Sylphine, beloved daughter, may she find peace at last.
See, I told you. Look at how far away she is.
Yeah.
I feel like
Hey, Soans, do you still have that locket?
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe putting it on one of these graves to like pay tribute, but what if it's like the thing that pulls us back here? And then they're like, "Well, you had the key, but you left it outside," kind of thing. I'm dealing with some issues here.
Sure. I mean, this is uncharted territory for sure.
I think we should take it, and then if it's the thing that ties us to this grave, at least we have it on the other side. And then when we come back, I'll give it to this
dead body.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
I can cast some bones to see how successful you'd be if you want before you make your
What?
decision. Yeah. I didn't show you my future bone casting
Is that all? What is that
sticks.
spell?
Augury.
Augury.
Oh, nice.
It just takes a minute.
Sure. I don't think I've ever been in a game where somebody's actually cast this spell.
Yeah, I purposefully put it on her spell list because I thought it'd be an interesting, just different kind of spell.
Yeah, so she'll cast augury to try to figure out what the results would be of him placing the amulet on a grave, or what's it called? Locket.
Oh, you receive an omen from an otherworldly
Mhm.
entity.
So it looks as if I don't know. So it's you just put sticks down, or what do you have? Bones.
Do tea leaves,
I-
whatever you want.
So yeah, what do you have? That's why I want to try to do this in character.
Oh, okay. So I have some sticks which were collected from like the forest which I was born and grew up in. And then here it is. Yeah, I'll do. My parents collect sticks when you were born, and then also I need bones. What do I do for bones?
You don't need to do.
I thought that was like an or, not an and list.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
By
Yeah.
casting
Okay.
sticks, bones, cards, or some other tool, whatever.
So you
it's
could
kinda
like,
whatever you
yeah,
want.
you could do like tarot cards or
Yeah.
Mhm.
Could read the
Whatever.
teacup like Harry Potter.
tea leaves. Yeah.
Yeah, the augury bones
Sure.
and sticks is one of your, because there's 25 gold pieces to cast it. So I gave you, so you have one casting of it.
Jesus.
Yeah,
There's some
that's
good
why
sticks.
these. It's good sticks.
Oh well.
Yeah, but I mean, but you cast it and you see that you throw the bone, you throw the sticks up, and you recognize it as wheel, which is a good result. If you were to return the amulet to the Baron, good things would happen.
Yeah, I know good things are going to happen, but is it before or after we go to the damn Shadowfell is what I'm worried about.
Well, if it's hard to get back here, then
Yeah, all
seems
right.
like we would
Do a good deed
we'll
while the
get
deed
good
is
results.
worth doing.
Then
plop her on there.
Good
I
deed.
lay the amulet on top of the grave, and I can mold earth a little to make it like sink in just a tiny bit, so that it can't get stolen.
Nice.
So
That's a good deed for your ticks
yeah,
too,
that's
right?
definitely a
Yeah,
good deed.
that's a baby good deed. I just moved an amulet from a well to a grave.
Yeah, but you went down there and you found it. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to pick it up.
Yeah, but that was by accident. I don't know.
I'm just saying, take this one.
Yeah. So as you do that, you see that as you sink it down to rejoin with him, you see on his gravestone is a little symbol of Soon, which is the goddess of love and beauty, and it seems to raise up from the tombstone, and it looks like you could pick it up if you wanted to. It's glowing slightly, like a golden color.
I do that. I see if I can pick it up.
You gain a charm of heroism.
What's that?
Get your from the gift of Soon for thanking you for returning her loyal followers. Give him a little bit of peace.
So wait, what is it now?
A charm of heroism.
So it's like it's a physical thing.
It's a physical thing.
For your bracelet.
It's a charm.
You got a
Cool.
Pandora.
Oh, nice. I put this with the little margarita I got when I went to Cancun.
Yeah.
You're a piece of fire.
Those are moderately expensive. Quite okay jewelry you have there.
Well, no good deed should go unpunished. I guess.
Uncommemorated.
Should go unpunished. I guess.
Uncommemorated.
But yeah, this is punished, but in the good way of giving me good stuff back. Also, but now I don't think I can erase a tick mark because I got a reward for it. Whatever. It all
This
comes out of the
moral
wash.
calculator seems really difficult to keep track of for you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, if you get a stat bonus for it, you can't. You doesn't count as a good deed. You didn't know you were going to get rewarded.
You just have to. Yeah,
That's
you have
true.
to do it on your own. So it lets you. It's a charm that has 6 charges. It recharges 1d6 every day, and it lets you cast the heroism spell, which I believe is
Heroism.
Yeah, it's the first
A
level
willing creature
enchantment.
you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened, gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier, which I don't even think I have.
Yeah, you do.
At the start. Okay. At the start of each of
That's
its turns. It's just not good. When the spell ends, the target loses any remaining temporary hit points from this spell. That's kind of cool.
It's like a pep talk. You
Yeah,
grab
you
him
can-
by the shoulders. Listen up.
That's a fitting ability for a hero, though. A heroic
Yeah.
soldier, like to rally.
It is, and for this, it's like when any other used item created, it's not the ability modifier of the person casting it because it's already stored in there. So it is actually a 5.
So
cool.
temporary
Whatever
hit points
says-
of 5.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Probably
if you,
better than
it does
what I
cost an
would do.
action to use it. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I don't think you have there's no spell casting ability because, yeah. So you have you now have a charm of heroism, and you are able. I mean, you can mold earth, so I don't think being buried alive is really a fear for Soans. I think you
No.
probably feel at home. It's buried, so
Yeah, I don't mind being underground or in ground. I don't like being up high.
Yeah, as long as you can do that, mold earth, and I guess we don't have a whole lot to worry about coming back.
Yeah.
I think most of what I worry about is on the Shadowfell side.
So which one is it this grave or is it the bottom grave?
is the bottom grave.
I cast Mold Earth. I've looked this spell up so many times because I can't ever remember what it does.
Yeah.
I
Ooh,
guess
there's that.
spirits of the graveyard, we mean no harm. We seek access to the Shadowfell. Please disregard these next few actions.
Yeah, and soon, thank you for this neat little charm. I will wear it with pride and instill bravery in my comrades. And sorry to the body of this little dead girl.
And I cast Mold Earth and exhume.
You exhume the grave. You see I mean, it's a child's grave. I'm not going to say that it's pretty. It's a very, very small skeleton in there. But it doesn't seem creepy or anything like that. You can lay down next to the small child skeleton. But you can
Oh,
tell
we have
the
to lay
spell-
with the skeleton?
This
Yeah,
keeps getting
I
That
don't
worse.
wasn't
know.
part of the deal. We said
I
that.
was-
They
Play
didn't
in the
mention
grave.
that.
I was going to move it.
Yeah.
Is there a coffin? Is she in a coffin?
Yeah, you don't have to lay in the coffin with her, but like the coffin's starting to degrade because it's been 100 years or so. So you can see. So you don't have to lay next to it's a child's coffin, so you won't be able to
Well,
fit. You just have to
Soans
fit.
is like made of stone, so he's definitely laying on her.
yeah, you're just
all.
laying on her. Yeah, I mean,
Well-
you can lay close enough.
Pitter patter, let's get at her.
I'm gonna
I
lay on top of you guys. So
get
So,
down.
but
in
it's
the-
one.
we're gonna
So
stack
as soon
up.
as you lay down, you
Are
just
we going face to face, butt to butt, face to butt?
and you-
Which way are we doing this?
So as soon as he lays down, he's gone.
Oh, I
So
guess
he's the
that's
first
how
one to
you
lay
do it.
down. He disappears. It's like a. I'm trying
Okay.
to think of the best way to, like, you know how in Mario 64 where you have those areas that like you stand there and you just like yeah, that's what happens. Like you stand there a little bit and he starts to fade out and he's
Tickle,
gone.
tickle, tickle.
All right, Stardew will go second.
Stardew, you disappear as well, and it's just you.
I bet we're all going different places. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, Leander has a change of heart. He's going back inside the chalet.
He's gonna get drunk alone.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Fuck this noise.
So
No, he
You
is
go-
going to take a draught of liquid courage before he lays down.
I should have gave him heroism.
So you're all three gone, or two of you are gone. As you lay down, you hear a voice coming from far away from the chalet. This is on the material plane world. You hear, "I think this is the place." And just when you hear that, you get transported to a weird-looking Shadowfell mausoleum. You wake up next to like a discarded coffin. And then as quickly as you get up, and then the next person follows you. So all three of you are on the ground. It's not dug. It's just a discarded coffin on the ground of near a mausoleum. And that is where we will stop for today.
All right. Well, we made it to the Shadowfell.
In the Shadowfell.
In the Shadowfell. That's it for this week's session of Book of the Raven, the third adventure in Candlekeep Mysteries. Join us next time as Leander, Stardew, and Soans investigate the Shadowfell for clues on completing Stardew's quest. What evil awaits them in the shadows? Subscribe to the show to find out. Head over to plus1togaming.com to check out our other live plays, DM, role-playing, and character building tips to help you get the most out of your games. You have a topic you want us to talk about? Shoot us a note at plus1togaming@gmail.com and we'll turn it into an episode. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.